Negus. What's good, y'all, man? It's your boy Ace Macefield, the Divine One. Tonight, we are back in Ace is Simple. I'm out of breath right now because just did some push-ups. I shouldn't be out of breath like this. The years of smoking, man. The nicotine ain't it. The nicotine is not it, man. Stick to joints, kids. Stick to joints, but don't do drugs. But open your mind, but take the red pill. But tonight, what we are getting into is tarot. We're getting into tarot. You see, it's nighttime in the temple. If you're watching with the video, you may be listening to the podcast. Subscribe to the YouTube Ace's Temple. Watch the video, man. Gets the full symbolic experience, okay? Because a picture is worth 1,000 words. See, with it being nighttime, there's a different energy, a different connotation to the energy right now, okay? Now, see, right now, I'm on my 3rd live stream today. We've been live all day in channel, dropping knowledge. I did the first one was on meditation, path work, and talked a little bit about the basics, the foundations of magic in there. Subscribe to my Patreon to see the foundations of magic. And then I just did one about controlling your environment, therefore controlling your mind. So how you can influence your mind. It's like self-programming, subconscious reprogramming. Some gems. Definitely tap in with those. But here, what we're gonna get into is the tarot, because in those vids, I started both of them with tarot cards, okay? And I had them in front of me and I was using them like sigils, like portals for energy, okay? So, because with these tarot cards, they're used for divination. So I can get messages, understandings about you, about your situation, give you guidance, some advice with tarot cards. You can also do this with other divinatory tools like I Ching, just pendulum for yes and no answers. You also got the runes. Shout out to the runes. Runes is profound as well. But these tarot, I love the tarot because of the symbology and the art of it, because a picture can tell 1,000 words. No one tarot card, well, this full card, right, in other decks is gonna look different. This is the Rider-Waite, so this is like the go-to. This is the traditional, the standard. But in other decks it may look different and may have a different interpretation, or someone, just because of how shit works, how it is, everyone is gonna see it different. They're gonna have a different interpretation what it means to them. Okay, and that's the beauty of the tarot and interpreting these things, doing these decodes. Because to me, this is just like decoding movies. It's decoding the symbology. It's the same. It's literally the same thing. But it's just honing in on what I was doing already. Is just applying it. It's grounding it. Like this tarot. This tarot deck is probably my greatest purchase. This tarot deck. A tarot deck to me is worth more than any book. I'll cap. That one's cap. But the tarot deck is definitely essential. This is definitely something you need in your arsenal. Okay. Because, like I said, you can. Oh my God, what card is this? Oh wow, I didn't even know that was. Damn, that motherfucker been gone for a minute. That was the High Priestess. That's the one. Because I just reset the deck, and I'm gonna explain that as well. But see, now we here with the tarot. Damn, what was I saying? The fuck was I saying, man? Oh, but the tarot is essential to have, because not even only for divination, but you can use it magically as well. And when I mean magically, I mean you can use it in your spells, and when using your spells, the energy of the card, you impose that into the spell. The ritual you're doing, the symbology, you can path work the cards. So when you path work the cards, you become the character in the cards. Because when we're reading, and I'm reading for someone, they may be acting out the energy or the actions of the characters in these cards. Okay. You just not touch the deck. It's ready. It's ready. That's the thing. The deck is ready. It wants to be read. Chill. Okay, chill. But when using them magically, what you're also doing is hypnotizing yourself. It's doing a form of self-hypnosis as well. So the same way, like I explained how sigils work, and how sigils could also be like music. Music is, songs are sigils, hyper sigils at that. Movies are hyper sigils. Pictures are sigils, okay, because they're portals to energy. Okay, same thing with these cards. These work just like sigils. Okay, and then so that's how you use them magically. So at that point, what it's all about is learning how you interpret the cards. Okay, building that bond, building your bond and your connection with your deck. Okay, so now I'm about to take you through how I was led through connecting with my deck and learning tarot, because I learned tarot pretty quick. It's been probably 6 months, if that. Probably 6 months of that. I really had to check my notes, where I started this year, and I'm good. I say I'm pretty good. People that I've read for have said I've done very well. It's been really accurate, really resonated. All right, and it's not about having the correct, what does this card mean? It's about, what do you see, how do you interpret it, and especially with the context in the moment. Okay, that flow of energy, letting that flow in the reading. Okay, so here, what I'm about to do is go through the exercise that was given to me and shown to me, and then confirmed later in an actual book. But it was given to me by Lilith. All right, so the goddess Lilith put me on divinating or practicing tarot in this form. When you first get your deck, this is what you do. When you first get it, it's going to come in a certain order, right? So what I did, the major arcana is going to go from 0 to 22, and then what I did is, for the major arcana is all these cards that are not like kings, queens, knights, pages, then ace through 10. But the major arcana are like the paths. These are also the paths on the Kabbalah tree. Between the Sephiroths, there's 22 paths. Then plus the Sephiroth, that's 32. Now you see how masonry works. But this is a storyline, and you start with, you're the fool, going to the world, the completion, whole. So, and then you go through the minor arcana, and that goes through all the suits. So what I did with the minor arcana is I set it up a certain way, the way that my magic works. Okay, how I interpret, how I see foundation of things, I guess you could say. So like how I explain the elements, I said I do them in a certain order: fire, air, water, earth. I do it in that order for a specific reason, okay? Because my interpretation of it is that it starts with that intention, that fire, that light, what you see. Then the air is the information, what it makes you think of, the senses that you get from it. Water, what it makes you feel, those thoughts, how they make you feel. Then the earth is your interaction, your experience with it, the manifestation, the physical touching experience, not becoming one, but touching it, interacting with it. It's physical manifestation. So that's how the order I go. So how I have it organized is I start from the kings going down, like so you like from the leader, you go from the leader to the bottom. So I go from kings, queen, knight, page, then go from 10 to ace. That's for fire. Then it'll just repeat that for each suit. That's how I set up when I reset the deck, and then I go through it for this exercise. And this exercise, what you do is you just go through each card one by one and decode them, interpret them. Just say what you see. Alright, now there's two ways to do this. You can do it one way and take your time with each card, and there's another way where you go fast, rapid. Me right now, I'm gonna try and do both because I'm gonna show y'all the card as I'm going. But here we go. And I'm gonna go through all. It's 78 cards total. It's 78 cards. 22 major arcana. And what does that make it? 56 minor arcana. And the minor arcana, they're based off the elements and numerology. And there's also zodiac connections with the tarot. I haven't came to that level of zodiac interpretation yet with it. But you don't necessarily need it. You don't necessarily need it. Like how I am with elements, I'm a beast with the elements. Go listen to Elementum right now. Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, all platforms, man. Go listen to that. Use that in y'all rituals. Use that in y'all magic. Use it in your meditation. See where y'all go. See what you. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. I'm finna tell you what I see. Okay. If you're not listening, if you're listening to this, slide on YouTube for the video. But okay. So the first card, the Fool. The Fool is about this man he's looking up. He's about to walk off a cliff. He's open-minded. He's going on this new journey. He's going with the flow. He got his bag. So he got like a when I see the bag that he's carrying, and he has like a wand. So he has his passion. That's that wand, a large stick. Then his bag, that's like his skill set, you could say. The rose, that's how he sees the world. Then he has his dog. That's his animalistic nature, his companion, or you could say that's spirit with him as well. Then you got the sun with him. So he's the sun, and he's looking up. That means he's confident. He's looking up to the world. Like he's very optimistic. That's the word, optimistic. And then, but you see, he's about to walk off this cliff. So, but he's carefree, free spirited. Now, another thing with these cards is in the back, there's mountains, right? In the back, there's mountains, but to me, they look like waves, like how the wave look. Like just the colors. So with it being mountains, it could represent obstacles, challenges. With it being a wave, that could be dealing with the inner emotions, subconscious, and having to tame that. What else we got here? What else? Now I see this dog. Yeah, this dog trying to give him a message, but he not even looking. He going on. He in his own zone. He in his own world. This how it be off the shrooms though. I had one shroom trip. I just called it the Fool, cause that was the energy of it. All right, then we got the Magician. All right, the Magician. This is about the magus, the magus. All right. So you see here, he's doing the little pose, right? That pose, I call it Kether to Malkuth, but it's basically about bringing things from the spiritual plane, from being an idea, thought, and making it something material, making it into the physical world. So that's why I say it starts in fire and manifests to earth. Feel? And then, but some people have air as the first element, but for me, I go fire. I think that's the infernal in me. And then another thing with this card is, bro has all the elements on this table on the altar, and under the altar you have all these flowers that's representing the abundance, the fertility, the fruits from the magic manifestation. Because in his hand he has a wand, well, a candle. It's like, what was that? A torch, I think. Then he got a sword, a pentacle, a cup, and then the wand on the table. Yeah, that's the 4 elements. So wands is fire, pentacle is earth, and the pentacle is like the little star. It looks like a pentagram. Some people, if you turn it upside down, it looks like go ahead, like Baphomet. And then you got the cup. Fill cups with water, emotion, what you care about. Then you got your sword. The sword, the true sword, is the tongue. Just communicate your thoughts, how you speak. All right. That coin is your perception, how you experience the world, as well as it could be monetary things, material things. The 4 elements represent all tarot cards. Damn near. You find it throughout the tarot. So the 4 elements, they're represented all throughout the tarot. In all of them, not necessarily, but they're all throughout the tarot. You just got to figure out, you just got to find the symbols of the elements, and you'll know what the card is talking about. It's not all elements need to be in every card, because they're talking about different energy signatures. See what I'm saying? So the combinations of elements, or the lack of elements, or just with the focus on one element, could be just talking about the different energy, different interpretation. All right, now we have the High Priestess. This is the 3rd card in the Major Arcana. I didn't say the numbers for the other ones, but it starts on 0, because that's another thing. So the full card, let me explain that real quick. The full card starts on 0, and it starts on 0 because it's that you're starting from nothingness. You're starting from that complete nothing, that void nothing. It's starting new beginning. Feel me? Then that 1, that first step. What is that initiate? What are you bringing forth? Okay. Now, like I said, I'm explain something to y'all. I'm not a master tarot. I'm not a master tarot guy. I'm just going through the cards. This is an exercise one can do to connect with their deck and become better at the deck. So what I would do is go through when I really do this, I go through them faster. But right here, I'm going through them slower, so y'all can pick up some things about these cards and learn something about them. What I want y'all to really is, after y'all listen to me, fuck with the tarot, I fuck with it, because I'm gonna be referring to these cards in the future, and I just want a reference so y'all understand what energy I'm talking about when I do bring them up. I got clips already, got vids already explaining it. But y'all can, if y'all want to go dive in deeper with the tarot, go dive in deeper, go study, go get you a tarot deck, do this exercise yourself. Go get some, you can get some books on tarot, you can go take a tarot class, honing on your psychic abilities. But we're all doing the same, we're all on the same journey. You feel me? I ain't learning just as well, but this is how to learn. Let me go on with this High Priestess though. So the High Priestess, 3rd card in the Major Arcana. Alright, now the High Priestess, she is the keeper of secrets. All right, she's the gatekeeper. She you see she's here between these pillars, the left, you could say the left hand and right hand side, between black and white, dark and light, She's in the liminal spaces. She has the moon there, so that's the subconscious, the night. She has a scroll right there. I think it says true, but she holds it. She gatekeeps it. All right. She has the fruits behind her. Behind her, representing, with the being behind her, that's the subconscious. That's where the fruits lay. So, diving into those realms. So this is one card that would be like your tarot reader, your psychic, being able to see into those realms, getting the wisdom and the knowledge from those realms. One spirit I have associated with this card would be my man's Lucifuge. Shout out Lucifuge. As well as Hecate as well, because I see we got the cross on there, the crossroads like Hecate. Then you got the up here, the 1, 2, the 3. Yup, the 1, 2, 3 with the moon. Definitely could be Hecate, and that definitely is Hecate in this card. We get some Isis, some Offset in this card as well. See how she's in between space. That's why I said Hecate, in the liminal spaces. But we're gonna dive in with Hecate with a deity study in the future. But that's the high priestess. This is the one. If I was pulling this for someone, I would say, and I seen they were the high priestess, I would know they know some shit. I would know they know some shit. They know some hidden knowledge. It's probably some occult knowledge, some spiritual, higher knowledge type shit. Can you explain how tarot helps us with our psychic abilities? Because, alright, so with art itself, interpreting that symbology, your interpretation, what you're doing when you're getting into your own interpretation or how you interpret something, you're understanding your connection to it, and the connections, what it makes you think about, especially when you get into observing it, like from a different level, I'll say. Like, so example, how I said reading cards for me is kind of like reading, like decoding movies. Because I'm decoding all these symbols, what do they mean? With my knowledge base, how do I see it? Feel me? So with those sites, so when you do that, your interpretation level gets more and more accurate. Your intuition gets stronger and stronger. Be able to pick up on these messages, on these energies clairvoyantly. Visually. Like me, sometimes I'll see tarot cards in my head, just like the energy. Like if I'm thinking a certain thought or I'm dealing with a certain person, I'll see like the energy of a tarot card and be like, see, that's some Four of Cups shit. This nigga stuck. He looking at this, the spirit trying to put him on, but he on some Four of Cups shit. When you see the Four of Cups, you'll see what I mean. But this next card, the Empress. The Empress is Venus. This right here on this heart, that is the planetary symbol of Venus. Plus it's the heart. Venus is the planet of love, pleasure, luxury, beauty. And this is a goddess on this card, represented by the stars on her crown. You see, she's the empress of the kingdom. She's fertile, represented by the wheat down here. And then you see she has the waters flowing on the other side. So she's in flow. She's in that. She got the flow of abundance. This is also a card of motherly energy, nurturing, caring, cultivating these crops. You feel me? An abundance of crops. Okay. And you have the Emperor. This is your mature. This is This is the nigga that's on top of everything. He's running the show. All right, this is that guy. See, he's an older guy, older man. He got the crown. He's looking real stern, real mature. On his throne, I see he has goat heads. That's like representative, like the Capricorn energy. The Capricorn energy dealing with like real hard work, success, and doing anything to get it done. Or doing all to get it done. Really about that work, getting it. Then you see under his robe down here, you see he used to be a knight. He got on knight armor, so he used to be a knight. So he's been through it already. He's been through some things. He's been through the war. He's been through the ranks. Okay, he's risen up. He's at the top. He's at the top of the shit. He's real mature, real wise with the shit. The Hierophant. You got two guys down here, and they're coming asking him for guidance. This is the card of the teacher, or going to someone for guidance. So this would also be like a tarot reader, or going to a teacher, a mentor. Did a reading a couple, I think it was last week or the week before, for bro, and I said, yeah, this was for a mentor, and bro was spot on. That was exactly what it was. All right. So if I was pulling this for you and this came out, I would say you need some guidance. You need like a mentor in your field, what you're trying to do. Someone who can help, more experienced type shit. It's also a card of a tradition, doing things the traditional way type shit, by the book. Alright, then you have the Lovers. Now, the Lovers is, of course, the coming together of man and woman. They're naked on here. They're a little farther away. We should be good on YouTube. And you can see Spirit is bringing them together. I forgot what angel that is. It's supposed to be an angel through these cards. But now that I'm looking at this card, I can see there's a mountain in the back. But there's still... That's interesting right now. Okay, I'm getting a whole different interpretation of this card. So we got the sun up top. So it's definitely the coming together. It's definitely the lovers. Like a destined relationship. It's a level of destiny with this relationship. Level of fate with it. Is love. But I see that mountain in that back. And that mountain is telling me there's some type of challenge. Some type of hurdle in the mix, and that's why Spirit is having to come in, bringing them together in some form or fashion. That's just an interpretation I just picked up. Okay, that's interesting. And then the card right after that makes sense. The card right after that, with that mountain being in the back, you have the Chariot. So the Chariot is about pushing through adversity with his black and white sphinxes, and he's coming forth. He's a celestial man. He's the one. This nigga's a light being. Star man right here. Stars represent on the top of his thing. But he's pushing through. This card of success and willpower. But external strength. External strength through external force. External obstacles. So external strength must be needed. Also represented by his armor. Yeah, his armor. Yup. Got on that armor. This shit got on. He got hieroglyphics on there. He might know some things. He might know a little symbology, a little magic. But then we got the Strength card. Now my interpretation of this card is taming the beast. And when I say taming the beast, I say like taming the animalistic nature, that sexual nature, that lower nature. You see how she's taming it, but she's really caring and nurturing it. but it's all about really having just inner strength and control. And now I just seen, since it's a woman in this card, that's saying it's talking about a feminine energy. So taking a feminine approach to that animalistic nature is how to tame it. And by nurturing it and caring for it, that's how you tame the beast. That's a motherfucking gem. That's a profound gem. For myself, at least. Alright, then we have the Hermit card. The Hermit, number 9 in the major arcana. This is me. I was born on a 9. I am the 9. Shout out Pyman, the 9. But this man right here, the Hermit, is about going within, bringing the light. The light bringing. This is also as well a Lucifer card, because he's bringing that light. He's casting a light. You see. Then he has his wand in his left hand, so he knows himself. He's going within to find himself. Then he projects such. Wheel of Fortune. Change of luck, buddy. Shit's looking bright. Shit's looking different. Your luck's finna change, my J. These on the corners, I think on these corners are astrological signs. I think this is Taurus, Virgo. I don't know what these other two are. So this is an angel. It's a bull. Then these other ones, it's like a bird. I don't know what this other one is. It might be Leo. Yeah, I don't know what sign, but there's a snake on here as well, so that's about transformation, the snake. See a Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, this card right here, this is a card I want to dive into deeper, to be real. This is a card I definitely want to dive into deeper, because there's a lot of symbology in this card. A lot of symbology. That's a card I'm definitely. So justice, it's about bringing justice, balance, truth. As you see, he's holding the sword, so the truth shall be brought forth, balance shall be met. As you see, he has the scales. Yeah, it's a pretty symmetrical image right here. Yup. Between the two pillars, the two snakes. Now we have the Hangman. Let me get a drink of water before I get into the Hangman. The Hangman, I had got a profound decode on this card. The other day, because I was like, so with the Hangman, my man's is sitting, you see how he's upside down? He's like hung upside down, right, on this log. I interpreted this log as a tree. Okay, it looks like, now that I'm looking at it, it looks like a T, like a T, and it got the leaves at the end, so T for tree. If it's a log, it's coming from the wood, so he's on the tree. He's standing upside down on it. While strung up upside down, he has gained a new perspective, shown by the light around his crown. So while being stuck in this position, he gained a new perspective, a new light. My perspective on, bro, this is a profound gnosis on this card. This card is the Caliphoth. The Caliphoth is the spiritual journey in essence, but it's how you could say a system one goes through to become God in the flesh, deification, chief apotheosis, going through the different shells, the different Caliphoths, different Caliphoth spears. All right, and they're just different. You can say missions, but chapter, or I don't really like saying like chapters or energies you interface with, life in life. Okay. This Hangman card is what it's like being in the clip off. It's literally like your shit going upside down. It's literally like your life getting turned upside down. You get strung up, and then you have to find a new perspective out of this shit. But this card is the clip off. The awakening, either one in it or getting out of it. But that card, this is what that journey is about. Gaining that light, getting that out of that situation. And then this is when it got profound as well. When I looked up the meaning of this card, it didn't say that shit at all. That was the funny part. That's just how I always interpreted it. But it was saying like sacrifice, and then I was like, that makes sense too, because in a Khalifah sense, Azazel and Bilal, all them niggas would say, sacrifice must suffice. Sacrifice is needed. That death energy, that exchange, you must give up something if you want something. All right. It's just universal law. As above, so below. The law of rhythm. What goes up must come down. It's that exchange. But I was like, whoo. For it to say sacrifice too, I was like, that's a very Khalifah card. And this is number 12. This is number 12, but it's number 12, but it would be the 13th card. 13th is profound because, see, this is another level too. Ooh, nigga, we cooking. This is another level too. With it being the 13th card, the 13th zodiac is Ophiuchus, and Ophiuchus is the snake bearer. So with him bearing that snake, he is bearing his animalistic nature, his lower nature, which could manifest as being like overly sexual, you could say over emotional, fight or flight, too anxiety, too much of fear. It could be a variety of things. But he has tamed that beast. Okay? And in taming that beast, he's become the snake bearer. So he's control. That 13th zodiac is also how Jesus had the 12 disciples. Jesus was the 13th. Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees. This is different. It's different. So understand, it's about that mastery over the energies, that mastery over one situation, over one's circumstances, the mastery over those 12 zodiacal energies. I'm not saying that word right. Mastery over the spheres, mastery over aspects of self, because that's what it is. Regaining aspects of self and mastering them, not letting them run you. Therefore you create your old world, and that is why the next card is death. Now the death card is about transition. It's about out with the old. The old shit gotta go. It's on to a new phase. That's what this card, that's the message of this card. It's not about necessarily death itself, niggas dying. It could imply that, but it's more so about the end of one phase. Gotta let some shit go. You really gotta let some shit go. Just, is shit dead, bro. And then it's a new phase, G. This is major arcana, so these are major pivotal points. With clear answers. And then another thing I seen with this card is a lot of water in the back, so it's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of emotion in this card. Now the grief, it looks like water in the back to me. And then with the white horse, what that made me think of, To Behold a Pale Horse by William Cooper. and how he was talking about their plan, is all I'll say. But the point being that white horse being a symbol of the apocalypse, but the apocalypse being what's the definition of apocalypse? I forgot that one. Hold on. I forgot. What's the deep niggas? Man, the deep niggas used to bring that one out all the time. The actual definition of apocalypse. Revelation. Revealing. That's the definition. It came right through. But yeah, apocalypse means revelation. The revealing. So truth may be uncovered with that death card as well. Alright, now next card after that we have, make sure I didn't skip anyone. Alright, we have Temperance. Temperance is about balance. Be patient. Moderation. In due time. In time. Time will tell. Just be patient. Hold on a little second. Just chill. We working. Now we have the Devil card. Also forgot what angel that was, but then we have the Devil card. The Devil card. Damn, I could explain the symbology on what's on that card, but really, go get your own deck. If you're listening to, that's for the listener. Now if you're watching the video, y'all can see, but if you're listening, go get a deck or see the deck with yourself. But we're definitely, the energies is there. You'll see, you'll see, man. Tap in. But Devil card has Pan on here. Okay, that's Pan in the back, that goat. Then it has a man and a woman chained. Okay, they're chained together. So what this is talking about is attachments to the material realm and lower nature. The excess of such a lower nature. Too much sex, nigga. Too much drugs. Too much gluttony. This would be the excess of all the sins, not the overcoming of the sins, but or becoming one with them energies and using them to your advantage. No, this is being abused by them and being a slave to them. Okay, so this is when niggas be stuck in the matrix. This is your boy. You are stuck in the matrix, my G. Get out. And what happens? Spirit comes through with a lightning strike and your world crumbles. You get the tower. That couple, see, they split. And as well with these cards, understand they may be showing two people, but understand spiritually you have masculine and feminine within you. You are actually androgynous. Okay, your flesh, in your flesh you may be a male or a female, but your soul is androgynous. You can have past lives as a female, past lives as a male, past lives as a motherfucking donkey, a frog, all types of shit. Don't ask why I said donkey or frog. But what it is are aspects of the mind, okay? Aspects of self. So the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself could be attached and stuck. They may unify, but nigga, they're stuck. Your world is, you're not in a good place. So when that happens, spirit come through, shake shit up, shake your world up. Shit crumbs crumbling. Alright. That was a tower. Now we have the star card. The star card. Star card. My interpretation of this card is multifaceted, because I know it's connected to Aquarius. I think it is. I think it's That's the only zodiac connection I think I have in tarot. Is this and I think Chariot is Cancer. No, the Moon is Cancer. Actually, I'm not even gonna try with the zodiac shit. But the Star card is about spirits working. You see how spirit is got the cups of water, and by spirit, the spirit is represented on this card by it being a giant not naked woman, the feminine, the goddess, and she is pouring water onto the land and into the lake. So the lake could be the subconscious, the land would be the conscious, as well as one's world, one's reality. That's that water being abundance, flow, the currents. So this is a card of growth, you could say, as well, evolution. Yeah, growth, evolution. I like that. Because see, you are a star. Me personally, my interpretation of whenever we talk about stars is that you are a star. You are a fallen angel, a fallen angle of light. Some of you may be. Not everyone is a fallen angel. But some of you may be star seeds, light. Well, anyway, everyone that has a soul is a light that has fallen from a higher plane, you could say, etheric plane, spiritual plane, into a physical incarnation. Okay, into the flesh, that light. So you are not your body. Your body is a reflection of that light within you. Understand that. So it gives your body will give you codes like on your hands. You get into palmistry to talk about crosses on your hands. How many do you have, and shit. They tell you certain things about your past life. That's palmistry. But you are a star because you are a star in the making. The whole point of this game of life is to acquire this knowledge, learn the lessons, work through traumas, any work that your soul needs to do the work that you may have signed up to do here on this planet in this incarnation. And then after that, you go back to being a star, being the star that you are. Because see, you are light. And what do stars do? Stars create worlds. See, the sun is a star. The sun sustains the whole solar system. Our solar system, I should say. So our 10, 11 planets. So you have the light from the sun the light from the sun comes to Earth, right? And actually, let me explain it, how it actually goes. Let me actually explain how the light travels from the sun, and from the sun, because the sun is like a portal, a gateway that goes to Venus, and through Venus, that's when one gets their suit, their makeup, how they look, all their symbols, the beauty of it, how that all comes together. That happens at Venus. On Mercury, that's where they get all their data, their information. Then they come here on Earth for their experience. Yep, bro, did y'all just hear what the fuck I just said? No. But look, come here for their experience. Live out the time. Till they're on to the next life. Now the thing is with life, with incarnation, people can get stuck in this reincarnation cycle. Stars will get trapped here. Alright. The goal is, for me at least, and for many others, is to get out of this reincarnation loop. Get out of the cycle. Because when you get out of that cycle and that loop, that is when you can go and create your own reality. And if you're not creating your own reality, You are traversing the planes. Best way I could say, traversing the planes. And if you're not traversing the planes, and you're not creating your own reality, you become one with the nothingness, one with the all. Back to the nothingness, to the void. Cease to exist. So pick your poison, decide what you want. Spiritually. After death. Because after death, you decide what's next. Your mind maketh where you go. That's the whole point of the halls of Amenti, the weighing of the heart versus the feather in Egyptian mythology, Egyptian spiritual system. Kemet with the Netchers. When one weighs their heart versus the feather, it's about, are you holding on to all these attachments, all this weight from the shit that happened while you were on Earth? Or are you gonna let go and move on? As light as a feather. That's why, while you're one's living, it is essential to do shadow work. Because if one is doing shadow work, they're releasing all that pain, all that trauma, all that weight. They are becoming light, literally light as a feather, as well as light like a star, shining. That's profound. That's coming through right now. That's profound. As well with doing that shadow work, if one's is light as a feather, they're not holding all this weight. So with them not having all this weight, they can do more spiritually, magically, with their manifestation ability. They can manifest more because they don't have all these blockages, all this weight that is holding them up, that's holding them back, that they have to lift on top of what they're trying to do. Now we're talking about while one's already living still. If one becomes light as a feather still while living. While one would do the shadow work and living to get past all those programs, all those blockages. Why one does the magic, because that's what it's opening. A lot of magic is doing is opening a lot of gateways in the mind. That's my mystic approach to magic, I should say. Especially with the Infernals, with games, a lot of it is opening up this junk DNA, accessing deep recesses of the unconscious, the subconscious mind. But through that, it takes going through the shadow work, the traumas. So a lot of lessons are there, because a lot of that shit you gotta shed. A lot of that is old programming, and a lot of shit is not true. It's what you were made to believe, what you were taught, quote unquote. But what is your soul saying? What is your soul saying? Alright, let me not cut this deck. Let me not cut this deck. We're almost at an hour, man. We might just go through the major arcana right tonight. We might just go through the major arcana tonight. We got a couple cards left. But went into a little channel right there, but that was because we're going into the subconscious. The moon card. See how profound that shit, bro? See, we in sync with the deck now. We in sync with the deck now. But the moon card, this is the card of going to the subconscious, facing one's fears, triggers, shadow work. As well, these are these are the gates of Hades. These dogs, Hecate's hellhounds, I interpret them. But this path is to gates of Hades, to the subconscious, the underworld, the ancestor realm, the astral plane. That's what this card is about. You see how he's looking into him, he's looking into the world. That's, yeah, we're tapping into that subconscious. Now, one thing about this card that's profound, this morning I had pulled it. RP Brother Panic, the God, the great God. And his I did a reading with him, and his signifier card was this one, was this moon card. It wasn't the devil card, even him with him being Pan. But the moon card is what he gave. And I was like, this makes sense, because what Panic was about doing the work, but Panic was like a gateway to this shit. He was really a gateway to a lot of this occult information, to that subconscious nature that especially from the aspect of doing the shadow work aspect of it, facing yourself in your shadow, that heart chakra gateway work, really, because his heart chakra was, watch Brother Panic's heart chakra lectures. Them are the real, because that heart chakra work, that's where you get it in. So like, one thing with money magic they'll say is, it's not going to work if you're doing something you don't love. You don't have genuine love for what you're doing, it's just not going to work. But if you're doing something that you genuinely love, you're going to succeed in it. Whether it's art, business, a skill, if you genuinely love it, you will succeed in it. In the universe, the world will reflect such. Okay. That was about money magic, but it's all about, you must access and tap into your heart chakra, your subconscious, face those fears, understand what's going on, understand your emotions, become compassionate with them and shit. But this is card about the subconscious. Alright, then we have, next card is the Sun. Sun, this card of positivity, the conscious mind, as well as things looking up, a new beginning represented by the baby on the back of the white horse. The white horse could also be another, as well, once again, another apocalypse reference and symbol, in it being revelations in the revealing. So something could be brought to light. The red flag, I know that's about a major change, a big change. The sun, it's happiness, it's positive, shit's looking good, it's looking nice. As well, you got the flowers in the back, sunflowers, yeah, it's looking real happy, real nice. Then you got Judgment. This is a spirit level call. It's a spirit level call here, man. Spirits working, spirits doing some judgment. Okay. And now on this card, I think this is I forgot which one of them niggas got a trumpet. I don't know if it's Raphael or Gabriel with the angels. I haven't tapped in with too many angels or angels for real. The fuck with the demons. But I think they're talking to the dead, because they're coming out of coffins. But I call this the spirit level call. Spirit's working, but it's a spirit level call on that one. Now we have the World. This is the last major arcana. The World card is about completion, wholeness, the whole cycle, but it's everything together. It's like, it's wholeness. It's not necessarily the end, but it's everything is whole. The one, everything in existence, everything everywhere all at once. That would be this card. The World. Positive symbol. Mastery. Definitely mastery. Alright. Now that was the major arcana. going crazy tonight. I got a feeling, ooh, ooh, that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. I got a feeling, ooh, ooh. That'd be crazy, they copyright me. You sing too good. But hey, alright, so let's get into these minor arcana. So the minor arcana, let me tell y'all about a little bit about tarot, a little bit more. So I'm pretty sure the way the lore goes, the history, I'm calling it lore, is that before we had tarot cards, they had how we had regular playing cards, the 52 deck. They would use that to interpret cards, and they call that Lenormand. So people still divinate through that. That's another way you can divinate cards. It's just you're doing it through normal playing cards. So you can get a normal deck of cards and divinate with that, just with the minor arcana, and you just see the suits. Like I know diamonds go to pentacles, hearts goes to cups. Now spades may go to fire, and clubs may go to air. But you would have to check on that, because I haven't looked in that so long, but I know for sure that diamond and heart will know. But yeah, you can divinate with regular playing cards. So with these minor arcana, they're kind of based off that as well, but they're based off numerology in the elements. So when you're interpreting them, how I interpret them from numerology, the elements, as well as the card. The card itself will tell you a lot. All right. Now I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, with these court cards on the minor arcana, I get a little tricky sometimes. But I found a trick. With these court cards. The pattern I found was that for the order of page, knight, queen, and king, it follows the elements. It's not in the order that I see the elements. It's reverse. So it goes reverse for the first two. It goes in a traditional way. So page would be air. Well, but page could also be fire as well. Then knight could be fire or air. Depends how you interpret it. Then you have the queen is always going to be water with the nurturing energy. Then you have king is earth, because he's real grounded. He's mastered energy. Okay. But pages are like real brand new. They're young. They're fresh to this shit. Knights, bros taking action. He's coming forth. And then queens, they're like the motherly figure, the queen type shit. And then the king, he's top boss type shit. But for the elements, they all got elemental kingdoms. So I'm trying to figure out right now, what I'm trying to figure out is what, because there's elemental magic, right? But they have like a thing with elemental magic where they have like salamanders, gnomes, nymphs. I forgot what it was for air, but it's all these different elementals, and their spirits you can tap in with, as spirits you can interact with outside, like for real, like water spirits, air spirits, fire spirits, earth spirits, fairies. That's where you're tapping into. You're tapping into elementals. Now, I'm just trying to figure out where is this shit, because I know it's somewhere. I'm gonna find it though. When I find it, just know we coming forth, and we gonna cook. But the elemental symbology is a lot of code in there. Okay, it's like I said, and the reason I brought that up is because let's start. King of Wands. Right here, this man has a little salamander, and that's what they call In the fire kingdom, this is salamanders. But yeah, that's like some magic shit, like real occult magic shit. By the book. I don't go by the book. I go by what the spirits teach me. They haven't brought that to me yet, but I want to learn it. I will be honest, that's something I do want to learn. But I am aware of it. But this King of Wands, let me get into the actual interpretation. This King of Wands is about, this man is ready. He's ready for anything. It's not that he's about to take action, it's that he's ready for any action to be taken. It's not that he's ready to take action, he's ready for any action to be taken. Because he's standing here kind of like he's ready for what's good. Alright. But this is a man that's very passionate. Maybe a little aggressive. But he's very passionate and motivated to getting shit done, getting his desires and his goals. Alright. Then we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, she is the most attractive woman in the deck, along with the Empress as well. To me, it would be the High Priestess. Shout out all y'all High Priestesses. But then you have, and shout out the Empresses, shout out the Queen of Wands, shout out the Queen of Cups, shout out all y'all. The Queen of Wands, she nurtures her passion, right? So she's cultivating her light. I see how she has the sunflower. So her plant is growing. Their plant has grown. So her passion, whatever it may be, it could be a skill. That's what it says, skill. Something she's passionate about, action, like a skill. She has cultivated it did very well, and has excelled. And herself as well, being hard working, that driven, that's the word, driven. Then we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, my interpretation, this man's coming forth with his wand, right? This is your fuckboy. This is your fuckboy right here. He's coming forth with, he's bringing shit. But like, you see how he's like he's holding back a little bit. He don't look so sure. My man's don't look so sure on this card. The horse is like, it's a lot like, but he's coming forward though. He's not on shit though. Just know he's not too serious. He's not looking at the full scope of shit. He's just like trying shit out, exploring. He's like that. He's just going on that adventure type shit. Now the Page of Wands, while the Knight of Wands is actually going into that adventure, driven by his passion, driven by that nature, by his wand, the Page of Wands is becoming aware of his wand. He's about to go on that journey. He's exploring, finding more about himself, becoming more one with himself, with his light, with his wand. Just inspecting it. He's liking what he's seeing. They got the pyramids on the back, so that means he's exploring. He's taking journeys on adventures. Maybe traveling. Same with Knight of Wands. Bro's traveling, got the desert in the back. The pyramids is what tells you they're traveling to a foreign lands. That's what they tell you with these. These are basically a European background, so to them foreign lands would be pyramid. Where's them? The water. I would say the water, but we also got the Stella Rosa for Lilith. Got some Moscato over there too for it, but they got a cork. I ain't trying to pull that cork out right now. Shit gonna be everywhere. I'm trying to clip that out for the podcast. Alright, so that was the court cards. Like I said, I'm not the tarot master. I can interpret cards, I can get messages, but the context really is what matters when reading these cards and how they come out, because it's like a storyline. I can see like a storyline play out. One-on-one, this is just coming more one with the cards, developing the sight into the cards, what one sees. So well, if you want to dive deeper into tarot for yourself, tap and do that research. I'm just bringing forth my interpretations, how I see it so far. I could do this in a year and it'd sound different. I'd have different interpretations. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So this 10 of Wands. Bro's carrying too much, bro. He got too much baggage. He's holding on to too much. He's trying to do too much. It's a lot. It's a lot of weight to bear. That's what the 10 of Wands is about. And the reason I got these going backwards, I honestly don't know. Spirit just said have them go backwards from 10 to ace. And it's worked for me. It's worked. But it also goes, that actually makes sense. I think it's in a way of foretelling the future, because if you start from the 10 going to the ace, you're starting from the future, then you're going to the past. See what I'm saying? So if you start from the future, you can foretell the past, what happened. If you get to the past, you can foresee, well, if you see the future first and you get to the past, you already know what's going to happen in the future. And if you're in the future and it's not necessarily about looking at the past, because you can already see what's going on. You can see the past in his cards. Look, he got all these wands. He's accumulated all these wands. It's just too much for him now. And then you got into the 9. How did he get to this spot? He's going against all these different wands, all these different obstacles, but he still got his. Still standing. He's still standing. He might not be looking too confident. His head's a little battered. He's a little injured. He's been through it, but he's still standing. He might have a little obstacles, but we see there's a 10 of Wands, so he did overcome. It's just an obstacle. Maybe a little beat up, but you can get over it. Just one little more obstacle, man. So then you have the 8 of Wands. Rapid movement forward. That's what this card is about, just rapid movement forward. This is automatic, yes. You have the 7 of Wands. My man's is holding the wand against many other wands. Not in the other fashion where bro is beat up. In this case, bro is standing over them and his wand is larger than all the other wands. He's like in a battle, but his wand is larger than everyone else's. So he has the biggest weapon, the biggest gun. Interpret that as you so please. I want to make you think. We make you use your mind here at Ace's Temple. That's the whole point. You must use your mind as well. 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands. Oh my goodness. 6 of Wands. This is my Pyman card. Well, I got multiple Pyman cards, but this is one of them because how my man's just strolling through the city. He got the boys with him in the back. But this card is all about success, victory. Success and victory. What did he overcome? Where does the success and victory come from? A battle. Chaos. He overcame. Niggas over here getting jumped. This is my getting jumped card. This is straight chaos going on in here. But niggas swinging though. Niggas fighting. Now, before this battle, before this chaos, understand, there was balance and peace. There was celebration. That was the Five of Wands. Fives usually deal with conflicts and change, just from a numerological aspect. Now, if this four is about foundation, structure, balance. It's marriage. You said that's the bro said that's the Azazel card. I don't know about that one. I'm saying right now, that Ace of Swords. That Ace of Swords is that Azazel. I'm telling you, the Ace of Swords is that Azazel. That Ace of Swords is that Azazel. Five of Wands, I don't know about that one, Chief. But we'll see. Cause I understand why you say that though. I understand why you do say that though. Yeah, the Four of Wands. Cause yeah, and also in this card you see man and woman coming together, celebrating marriage. Got castle in the back. So one's stable. One's passions have balanced. They have met harmony. One is in harmony with their passion. Yes, one is in harmony with their passion, with the world. The world is in harmony with their passion, with them. Then you have Three of Wands. This card, my man's is about to, he's between two wands and he's holding one wand. That one wand is his. Him being between the two wands is the balance aspect of it. But he has his, he knows himself, he knows what he has, he knows his vision as he's looking upon the world. He's about to take a step into the world, which becomes in harmony with him as he's between them once again, with the Four of Wands, from the Four. Now he's between the wands again in the Two of Wands, but here he's making a decision. And when he's making this decision with the Two of Wands, see how one hand is holding the world and one hand is holding the wand? Does he fold to what the world brings, or does he follow his wand, his passion, his energy, his inner light, his spirit? That's what the wand is. That fire element, that initial intention, that is your light, your fire, your passion, your deep love, your core, your spirit, your deity, your spirituality. Or do you bend to the world? That's what this Two of Wands is. Ace of Wands. This is getting that wand. This is getting that wand. So when you get that wand with spirit, that your soul, this is another interpretation of it, is your soul. Your soul comes forth, brings you a passion, an action, some shit to act on, a skill, a talent, an ability. What do you do with it? You must find balance. You must decide. You must see how one fits into the world, or do you conform to the world, or you go with that talent, that passion, that ability. That's one suit, man. Good Lord. Alright. King of Swords. There's no bullshit in this, man. There's no bullshit in the King of Swords. The King of Swords is... he sees all. He sees through all. See that sword? That sword is gonna cut through any bullshit. Okay. Let me see this card up close. Yeah, simply put, my man is grounded. He knows he's in control of his mind. That's another interpretation of this card, how I've used it recently, is coming to control your mind and know how one's mind works. Mastery of it. The mastery of that air element. The mental aspect. Now, then you have the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands, how I said, is nurturing, receptive, that feminine energy, receptive. That's another thing with queens. Woman energy. Well, got something in my eye. Whoo. Whoo. I'll make it. So the Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords are. See how she's standing? She got her hand up. She is telling you, come on, bring the truth, come forth. She's receptive. She is looking for that truth. She's a truth seeker. She's receptive to one's words, to the communication, and nurtures such. Cultivate such spaces for communication to be had, where truth is brought forth and deception will be cut forth, because you see she has the sword as well. Now this Knight of Swords, bro, is bringing forth his sword, his truth, his ideas, his thoughts, his mental perspective, how he sees it. And he's coming through quick. That nigga's coming fast as hell. But his horse, if you look closely, he's looking back at him like, I don't know about this one, Chief. That's something I see that's very subliminal with this card, is the way the eyes are on the horse. It's like they're looking back, and he's like a little hasty, like he don't know about this. That's what the horse is saying. But mind over, that's what they're going with on that one. So now we have the Page of Swords. This one is about, how I interpret it, is about having your sword, but you having your sword and you're planning. You plan a little bit, but you see how he's exposed, he's open. So that means he's open-minded. Keep in mind, he's a page, he's new, he's fresh, he's young. He has his sword. He has his sword, but he's open-minded to growth. Ten of Swords. Overthinking. Too much thoughts. Chaotic energy. Bro's defeated. Bro's donezo. Deadzo. This is a deader. That's tough. The waters in the back. That means the waters before could have been treacherous, and the waters could have been what led to this. That's a reoccurring theme I found in the swords, is that they have water in the back, and it's like water and air is like, you could say, opposing forces. Not how fire and water are, because fire and water are like complementary, but air and water then are like opposing forces a little bit, because those emotions are connected to these thoughts, connected to these swords. Go check out my Pyman video on emotional alchemy. In that video I explain how your thoughts are not yours, and how they are connected to your emotions, are energy in motion, and how they're all connected to your thoughts. Thoughts spark emotions. Certain emotions might spark thoughts. Certain symbols may spark certain thoughts, therefore emotions. Triggering you may trigger you. And these are all programs. But definitely tap in with that Pyman video. For those of y'all listening to the podcast, tap into the YouTube. Yeah, that's the Ten of Swords. Nine of Swords. They sitting in bed and they crying, they upset. They got all these swords behind them. What this is about is not being, the shit got, your mind is so fucked up is that it keeping you up at night. Nightmares, can't sleep. You can say psychosis. Or this next card may be psychosis. But this Nine of Swords is, you're mentally defeated. Like, you're just, what's the word I'm looking for? Obsessed in a way. Guilt, shame are the energies I'm getting from this card. Doubt. But it's a conscious level to it. So that's why it's keeping them up. And it's overbearing. Which led to the defeat, the death. How bro was done. He's got all these swords in his back. Looks like he got backstabbed. That's another interpretation of the Ten of Swords. He got backstabbed. Betrayal. Betrayed by one's own mind, because your mind is the ego. The mind is yourself, is your true enemy. You are your only enemy, truly. That is the spiritual and occult fact. Then we have Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, woman, she's in bondage, wrapped up, and she's trying to go through this field, but there's swords all around her. She might cut herself, and she's stepping through the water, right? That's how she's finding her way. I see. She's finding her way through the water. Because yeah, in the ground, that's where all these swords is, but in the water, that's how she would find her way. That is her answer. In this case, I think, because she's unable to see. Or maybe, if the water isn't her way, because the water, if the water is leading her, and this is if this is the Eight of Swords, and the water is leading her, it's leading to the Nine of Swords. This could really be saying the water is misleading her, so her emotions are misleading her. She's blinded by her emotions. Therefore, her thoughts are misleading as well. That's why she's blinded. Seven of Swords. My man's got some swords. He's sneaking. He left two. He left two at the city, but he's sneaking away with his own. So this card is about strategy, planning, deception, stealing. Shout out my boy Veil for I did a reading with my boy, and this card came out immediately. That shit was funny because he's supposed to be like Demon of Thieves. She is Demon of Thieves, but he does a lot more than that. It's a lot more deeper than that. But this card came out, and I was like, that's very profound. It like instantly came out. I was like, yeah, that's the spirit, man. But then before that, we got, before the strategy, before leaving this behind, before this deception, I guess we would, okay, hold on, because I'm shit's still in my eye. Not my left eye. My left eye is perfect. The right eye, though. So I'm going straight from the subconscious, boy. This led to this Seven of Swords led to this Eight of Swords. So that means the Seven of Swords led to the Eight of Swords. So that means this strategy led to some type of blindedness on his part. He didn't see his plan all the way through. Probably got caught. That's why he's in bondage in jail. Therefore stuck up all night with nightmares, the guilt, the shame, dealing with facing that shadow with the Nine of Swords. Then one becomes defeated by it in the Ten of Swords. Now this Five of Swords. This Five of Swords Oh, sorry. Before I get to the Five of Swords, because I forgot I got the Six of Swords. I got excited. The Five of Swords is very profound to me, for me. Six of Swords, going on to calmer waters. That's simple, going on in calmer waters. Leaving shit behind, letting shit go. Sixes are usually about exchanging. So this would be about leaving behind old belief patterns. That's my interpretation of that one. Yeah, if bro is taking, yeah. If bro's going to the left, let me look at my notes real quick, because I had a channel this morning about the tarot, and it was all about the direction that the characters were facing. For this real quick. Why is the Cupid shuffle playing in my head? That's funny. To the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the left. Now kick, now kick, now kick, now kick, now walk out by yourself, now walk out by yourself. That's hilarious. And that internal radio station, that's another thing I forgot to mention in the meditation video podcast, is that nothing with divination is that you can because see, this is honing your intuition and your psychic ability, this tarot, right? So like, another thing, you don't need a tarot deck to divinate. Like I said, you have an option of tools to use. You can use runes, you can use bones, you can use beads, you can use dominoes, you can use motherfucking playing cards, how I said, you can use dice. It's a lot of ways to divinate. You can create your own divination system. But when you are divinating, you're honing a psychic ability. Okay? And really, like I said, I can see these tarot cards just in my head. Like, I'll see just the image and I'll know what the energy is talking about, depending on the circumstance and the context of the situation that I'm dealing with at the time. And another way messages can come through, I think I said this in my divination video, is through songs. Messages can come through songs in your head. What is the meaning of the song? The context of the song. Like the Cupid shuffle coming in right there is very random, even though I know it's about going to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, which is what I wrote when I was writing my notes, which I'm trying to figure out where these motherfuckers at. Alright, so here's what I wrote. Here was my channel on the tarot cards about the direction that they are facing. So with the Six of Swords, he's coming from the left going to the right. Alright, so I said in tarot cards, if they're coming from the left and to the right, that means it is somewhere going to you. So a sense of a level of reflection. Really, I did this with the Ace cards. That's what I was really referring to, but it also deals with the direction the character may be facing as well. But with the Ace cards, I was saying if the hand is coming from the left and going to the right, it is spirit, the world, the collective, the universe going to you. So that energy from the world, from the collective, from spirit, it's the energy that they are showing you. If it is coming from the left and going to the right, so like this, that is something from you internal that is going to someone else. It's a projection. So what does that mean? In this sense, this means the universe is showing you need to move on and let go and go to calmer waters. Do some shadow work. That's my interpretation of this card. Now, Five of Swords. The reason this card is so profound for me is because I pulled it in a reading with Asmodeus, and I was like, how do you view me? Okay. And this is what he told me. And the colors in the ritual were, this is what's crazy, the colors in the ritual were green and red, and then there was 3 candles, like how bro was holding 3 swords. Profound ass synchronicity, okay? So, but what he told me what this card was about was, first let me tell y'all what, if you look it up online, it'll tell you this card is about defeat, bullying, like conflict. That's what kind of energy they'll say for this card, like someone had just experienced that. My interpretation is completely different. My interpretation is that, see how he's holding his swords? See how they drop their swords and then are going to the water? See how bro in the back is crying? What that is saying is bro kept his mind. Bro kept his mind together. He was able to hold it together. Was able to hold his mind together. They lost their mind. They dropped their swords. And they dropped their swords because they got caught up in the emotions. That's why the water is in the back. That's the emotions. They got caught up in that aspect. So they dropped their swords. But this man here, he's still standing tall, mighty, because he kept his mind still intact. It's a conflict, but it's showing the key to the conflict. You must keep your mind intact. Like Pyman says, stay vigilant. Where's my notebook? I need those notes. Cause them Pymonic pillars, that Travis channel, man. Yeah, I ain't got them in these notes. Damn, my notebook too far. But stay ever vigilant. Maintain your frame. There it is. Maintain your frame. Thank you. Maintain your frame is what this card is about. Ooh, that's profound as shit too. Oh my god. Because I asked Asmodeus, how do you see me? Now, if this card is about maintaining your frame, that means he sees me as that Pyman energy in an aspect. Which for me, that's a personal little gem. But that's how the deep infernos of communication that come through, how they talk to you. Finding yourself your main archetype, because be real with y'all, Pyman is one of my patrons. Him and Azazel, one of my patrons. They're my boys. Learned a lot from the guys, the gods, the ancient shamans. They taught me a lot. Like this, Four of Swords. This Four of Swords, this is my card of meditation. Now this is a card about resting the mind, relaxing, going to sleep, getting your rest, right? But my interpretation of it is, when I get this card, when I pull this card with a deity, I know I need to go path work. I need to go meditate. I need to go tap in and meet up with him. That's how I interpret this card. Now, what led to this rest, as well as another thing. Why is this rest needed? As well as another thing. This rest, this meditation, doing this is why this man was able to maintain his frame and his mind. He didn't lose his mind. As well, in this card, he has 3 swords above him. Those 3 swords he's holding. It's the wisdom he may have got from the meditation, from the rest. And he actually used it, applied it, maintaining his frame, keeping his mind intact, not dropping his swords, not losing his mind, not losing himself to his emotions. So he stands strong. But that it came because he rested, he relaxed, he chilled, he tapped in, he meditated, he did the work. Path worked. Now, as well with these 3 of swords, like I said, why was this rest needed? Why does he need rest? Heartbreak. This card could also represent opening the heart, as well as breaking it, depending on the context. But this is more so about heartbreak. You see with the rain and the cloud in the back. Pain. Heart stabbed. Shit hurts. Grief. Tragedy. It may feel like the thoughts are piercing the heart. The thoughts are what's hurting. So that's why the rest may be needed. But also no. Then we have this 2 of swords. Now, 2 of swords with 3 of swords connection, to be real, I don't have one. If I'm being honest, I honestly don't have one. But actually, one might just spawn up now that I keep looking. This 2 of swords, what I know about it is they're blindfolded and they're between 2 different perspectives. So they're in a cross. She has a cross, right? So they're confused, they're lost, they're unknown. And that may be because of the water in the back and the subconscious, and it'd be traversing those subconscious waters, because it can get murky. It can definitely get murky in there. But my interpretation, when I be pulling these cards and I see water in the back, I feel like that may be the answer. The answer is to go into the subconscious, because consciously you may not see it. Consciously you may not see it. But see, there's a moon here in the back as well. So yeah, if one was to tap into their subconscious, tap into those emotions, in this case, they might be able to get an answer. If I was doing a reading, what I would do is pull. I would pull for what is in that subconscious. That may be of advice or help. Because that's where you want to go into those depths. It's gonna be 3 hours, man. I'm about to put this into parts. But all right. So we got the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is, like I was telling bro earlier, this is the Azazel card. This is the real. I was telling him this is the Azazel card, because this card is, I say, when I was using it for the first episode on the meditation, I was saying it helped me get into trance, into that state of channeling. It helps me cut through, bring forth that truth, double-edged sword, the conscious and subconscious. That crown chakra, because you got the crown on top, tapping into the spirit, and that coming forth, that being communicated. That's what I had with this Ace of Swords. But this could also be truth, new idea. being practical, keep it simple. It's been almost about 2 hours at this point. And what I can say is, this is what I mean when I say your wand, your passion. This tarot, when I said this is one of the greatest purchases, one of my favorite all-time purchases, I literally meant it. It's up there. It's up there because I love this, man. I love this. I could do this all day. This decoding, interpreting symbology. I do this all day, man. But make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Hit the like button if you're on YouTube, if you're on Spotify, listening to the podcast, any of the platforms, downloads, share, 5-star rating, man. Get us up in our algorithm, man. As well, man. If y'all need any services, want to book a consultation, get a reading, book a deity reading, tap in with your spirit guides, with your team, find out what deity you may actually be, book a consultation, or get that PDF, Beacons AI / the Divine One. Her pack's not available right now, but coming back soon. As well as tapping with my music, healing music, to heal the chakras, esophageal frequencies, Ace Maceo on all platforms. I got rap songs too, but we'll talk about those another day. I'm trying to put y'all on the beats though, because with the beats, the silence, no words, you get lost in that groove. When you get lost in that groove, you can find yourself. You feel me? But this next card is the King of Cups. You see my whole demeanor changed a little bit. That's because now we're on a whole new spectrum. And now that I'm noticing how these cards, how I got it set up, they're like right one after another. The Ace of Swords is what I have now as my Azazel card. The King of Cups, this is my Pyman card. Now Pyman is so many words. Pyman is so many words. Just know we're all about Pymonic peace over here. Okay. Pymonic peace, player. Pymonic peace pimping. Not pimping. But it's not, I'm talking to you, pimping. Understand? Pymonic peace 2024. But the King of Cups though. The King of Cups is all about mastery and grounding one's emotions. Okay? One has mastery over that. You feel me? The King of Cups, he's not deterred by anything. Okay? He's laid back, he's chill. Like, you can't throw him off. He's too smooth with it. You see how bougie my nigga look? But nah, the King of Cups though, the best way I can explain, this is my Pyman card. This is just emotional maturity. He fills his own cup. He knows himself. He's in control of himself. Control of his emotions. As well as with that water element. That water element has so much depth to it. Even that sentence, the water has so much depth. The deep, the water, ocean. That's Pyman. That symbology, that layer. Just reading more into this card. This is also profound because how I said in the path working, that my temple was like on an island. I'm looking at this, my man's throne that he's sitting on is in the middle of the ocean. He's on his own world. He's on his own island. Taming that world, taming that beast, the oceans of Leviathan, Tiamat, the chaos. In the midst of the chaos, nothing can stop me. In the midst of the chaos, nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me. Alright, so this next card, the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. She's nurturing her emotions. She's one with her emotions. She's very tapped in with herself. The way she's grasping that motherfucker, she's very, I wouldn't say obsessed, but you could say she holds them dear. She holds her emotions close to her. So she may be a little sensitive. She cares though. You can tell she definitely cares. This is exactly how I would read it in a reader. Knight of Cups. Prince Charming. This is. See how smooth my nigga walking? You see the leg up on the horse? My bro Prosper is perfect. He looking clean. He about to step over the river. He went on this journey. He's taking his time. It's cup, but he's bringing that forth. The cup, that emotion. He's bringing forth his emotional expression, his creative expression, as well as it could be like fire. Could be creative expression, but emotion. This is more on the emotional aspect, like one's emotion. This is more on the relationship, connection aspect. Relationship aspect. Yep. There was something I was about to say. He's filling his cup. Prince Charming. Perfect posture. Perfect posture is hilarious. That's what I wanted to touch on. So I had said he's taking his time. The reason I said that is because also another thing with the elements is that you can tell time through the elements. Alright. So the fastest would be how I explained it the first. Fire. If you see a candle flame or any flame, see how quick they come up? Alright. And then that spark is what we're talking about when I say fire. That initial, the intention. Yeah, like that was to literally show you the light, the speed. Then you have the air element. The air would be next. Air and fire, you could say, are interchangeable in people's systems. I say fire works for you, but for mine, how I'm explaining it, fire is always gonna come first. Then air. The air is like a little flow to it, like incense. And then I need to throw some. I'm gonna throw it later. But then like incense. And then next would be water, and then earth would be the slowest. So understand, like in the spirit world, things go faster. So in the dream world, you can understand how things like dreams may be shorter, but you may have been sleep for 6 hours, but it may have felt like 3 minutes in a dream. So what that is that fire element that's being in the spirit world, but then when you come back to earth, it's much slower. The vibration is much lower. At the higher plane, that fire level, I'd say, is very fast. Get down Earth, back in the spirit world, not fire level, but really the spirit world, astral plane, it's fast. Down Earth in Mount Kuf, the physical plane, it's slower. So that's how you can tell the time through the elements. So next card, Page of Cups. Now the Page of Cups, he's looking at this cup. It's a fish looking back at him, and he's liking what he's seeing. So with it being the page, you know, bro's new, young, he's exploring, he's tapping in, he's exploring himself. All these cards are all dealing with self as well. They could be dealing with other people, certain situations, but they're also can always be talking about self as well, something that's going on within. Okay, now especially the major arcana, because as they are the paths on the tree, those are paths in the journey, but those are also parts of self as well. All these cards are talking about aspects of self. So all the energies of these cards are within you, or they're energies that you will interact with throughout your life. That's what they're all representative of. They're archetypes. But the Page of Cups is bro's looking at a cup. He got this animal. The animal is like it's like I interpret it as like a nature. You feel me? Like nature in the sense of he's tapping into his animal nature. He's becoming one with it, and he's liking what he's seeing. He's finding the abilities that are associated with it, the spiritual abilities. Because this is also a card about one's psychic abilities. That's another thing that this card is about. Water will help you. The element water will help you tap in with the water element. Oh, I'm high. The water element will help you tap in with your psychic abilities. Okay. But yeah, he's looking at this cup, he's liking what he's seeing. Now another thing, the cup could be a venture that, or something that he knew that he's caring about. So for me right now, a cup would be like tarot, working with tarot. This would be like my reaction to working with tarot cards, or me working with spirit. Really, me working with spirit, me doing magic, this is my reaction. His exact reaction. Nigga smiling, he happy, he like what he's seeing. He like what he's seeing. He's one with it. He's one with the tides. Okay. Well, one second. Oh, my bad, man. That Page of Cups card, man. Started tapping in with my senses. I was starting to feel everything. Goddamn, everything on my face, everything in my nose, everything. Like, goddamn, nails, teeth. It's like, gee. Shit not even there. That's the funny part. But just, I don't know. I could feel more. Feel a lot. But that's the energy, man. That's the energy. Now, 10 of Cups. Emotional fulfillment. Bro got the family, the whole shebang, the wife, happy marriage, happy life. Happy wife, happy life. Rainbows, alignment. This is what we strive for. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups, my man's, he got all these cups, all these trophies. He's done it all, but he's still not satisfied. He's like, he's done it, but he's not fulfilled yet. He's there, but he's not fulfilled just yet. That's my interpretation of the 9 of Cups. 8 of Cups. Gotta let that shit go, move on. Got all these cups on one island, one land, and across the waters on another land. He letting that shit go. And you can see the moon up there. It may be some subconscious beliefs that you must be letting go. Some feelings you must be letting go. Some shit that you care about, just let that shit go. Past situations, past relationships. Let that shit go, move on. Seven of Cups. That was this is the Eight of Cups. Sorry, Eight of Cups, not Six Cups. Eight of Cups. Seven of Cups. My man's is looking into the clouds, and it's all these different cups, and they're filled with all these things. They got reefs. Talk about success. They got a person under a cloak with a red orb, so you can't even see them. They got a snake. It's all these items, all these dreams, these fantasies. One could say they're illusions, but they also could be just dreams, like a fantasy. That's how this one in the dark, the person in the card, is perceiving this. So this is their fantasies, and that is their shadow. See how they're in dark? That's their shadow. That's their subconscious. So that's where it's coming from. That's where they may be caught up, and one can be caught up in these illusions. That could be their driving force, but it could be an illusion that is their weakness, that is deterring them. They could be caught up in this, leading to them having to let that shit go and move on. That's the answer. Because this is saying, like, nigga, you're really in the clouds. Like, this is like you really got your head in the clouds at this point. Yeah. At the point of the Seven of Cups, you really got your head in the clouds. Six of Cups. Gifts. 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 Well, she's gifting her abundance of cups, flowers, abundance, growth, fertility, creation. But she's gifting it to this younger, I think it's a child, but it's older woman gifting it to her. So it's an exchange. Six is usually dealing with exchange. Six, the number itself, in numerology, dealing with exchange as well. Sex, six, manifestation, creation. After the conflict, the five, the change. After that, you would have the manifestation, the unification, the balance. But here we have the Five of Cups. My man's is looking down sad at these three cups. He's in his feelings, represented by that river in the back. I just got a profound download. Okay, watch this. So he's looking at these three cups, right? And he's pouting, he's sad over it, represented by the water. Alright, and he may be facing some obstacles which have led to the spilled cups, and represented by those rocks in the back of this, on this card as well. Now behind him, he has two cups still standing. Now to get to those cups, all he has to do is cross that bridge that is behind him as well. Now, y'all remember in the meditation and pathworking podcast, and in that video I was talking about the bridge is that gateway, the unification of the masculine and feminine mind, as well as the parts of self, the unification that going into the spirit world as well. So he's tapping in. He needs to, that's would be the answer to this. If he's facing all this, to find the answer, he needs to go pathward, cross that bridge, go into his subconscious, tap in, and find these two cups. That's a fire path working. See yourself on this bridge, this white bridge in the desert. In front of you, you can see 2 cups. You're about to take a step, but before you take a step, you look behind you to the mountains and the spilled cups which you have left behind. You have decided, you realize, and you know you have decided to leave behind that what is no longer serving you. The past obstacles, the past challenges. You take steps across this bridge, turning back around, focusing on these 2 pristine golden cups. Jewels, rubies, encrusted sigils into your family crest found at the bottom. Pick up the cup on the left. What does it say to you? What do you see in the cup? Now, what do you see in the cup on the right? The other cup. What does it say to you? Take both cups and hold them in both of your hands. The one in the left, the cup from the left, and the one on the right, the cup from the right. Look at both cups in your hands, embracing them. You like what you see. Alright, so next card. Four of Cups. With the Four of Cups, this card, how I explained it earlier, this card I know so well, just like the Five of Cups. Even though what I just did right there was channel, all that was just straight channel. A lot of that was a lot of new information I pulled out of there. Them ain't even rocks in the back. Them are just, what's little rocks? A couple rocks. Like it looks like a city. It's the past. Okay. Hold. Okay. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna have to redo that path working. That path working actually still work. That path working still works. But if we're going to make it tarot accurate with this card, what we would do is, yeah, y'all get in 2 Five of Cups path workings. Oh yeah, y'all get into the double whammy. This is gonna be a classic one right here for real. So the Five of Cups path working number 2. It's more aligned to the actual card now that I actually see it. So you see yourself. So close your eyes. Deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Find yourself in a little trance. You look up to the sky. It's a cloudy day. The breeze, a little drifty. Good thing you wore your jacket today. The long one. You see it's about to start raining. You can hear the thunder in the distance. You look down. 3 cups at your feet. All spilled. The past. Regrets. What could have been. But then you see and you realize the past is the past. The cups are spilled. There is no going back. One must go forward. You pick your head up, then turn yourself 180 degrees, turning around. At your feet now, 2 cups. Pristine golden cups. In both of them, light. You pick up the left one first. You stare into this light. You see what color it is. You look deeper into the light. What do you see? What does it say to you? You then put it down and pick up the cup on the right and do the same. You look into the light. You see the light. You see what color is the light. In this right cup. What do you see when you look deeper into this light? What does it say to you? You then put both cups down. Well, the right cup down. And then pick both of them up. Holding them out, arms extended. Both lights at your wrists, between the cups of your hands, between your palms. You gaze upon the cups. You like what you see. You take these cups and embrace them. Feeling fulfilled. Feeling together. Whole. Fulfilled. You bring them to your chest. Then you look up. Upon you, a bridge. It is here you notice you're in a desert, or have been in the desert. On the other side of this bridge, new land. A desert turning into a city with some vegetation, some trees, forest. You decide to take these cups with you to these new lands, out of the desert, into the city. To the world. So you take a step, and then another step. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. Getting closer to the city with every step. When you look down, you see both lights in the cups. The cups at your chest. You're holding them, clutching them. One with them, making sure they are straight, they're okay. They're nurtured, they're cared for. Take a couple more steps, and you see yourself on the other side of the bridge. You don't even look back. You're in amazement by the new lands, the trees, the animals, the wildlife, the city, the people, the new adventures, the new opportunities. And then you take another step. That is 5 of Cups meditation, path working, part 2. Did that on the spot. I want to get better at doing path workings and meditation. That's why I'm doing. I want to practice and get better at doing those. But those are very powerful. Doing those meditations, those path workings, very powerful. What you can do in the alchemy of the mind. Because there's a lot of symbols that's going on there. That desert, that city, you're going out into the world. That desert, it's like going in the subconscious of the desert land. Just you out there, just facing the self. It's just you. Those cups, your connections, care about, what you're cultivating, what you feel, how you feel, what you care about. The colors, those are symbolic. The color of those lights, what did you see? Be sure to comment. I'm very interested what y'all see in these path workings. I am very interested what y'all see. Because my thing is, I want y'all to see how everyone will see something different. But I want y'all to understand everything that you're seeing is something that's subconscious, a subconscious key to you. It's a symbol from your subconscious that is something you can use to understand yourself on a deeper level. Okay. But next card, the Four of Cups. This has been me for a little bit. Not gonna cap with y'all. Spirit been telling me, nigga, get on this writing, get on these videos. Nigga, been too worried about music, not liking what I seen. This is how he's sitting and looking at these cups is literally my reaction to doing music. Like, I like making music, the creation aspect of it, but as a career, the relationships in music, that's my reaction. Some people, I've met some cool people. I've met a lot of legends in music. A lot of legends. Shout out all my niggas. But it's a lot of shit that just has made me have this reaction. But Spirit has been trying to hand me a whole new cup. And here we are in this cup. Like I was saying, the Page of Cups. It's how I am with tarot. I like what I'm seeing. Spirit been trying to put me on. I've been learning, but I haven't really dived in. I haven't really took that step forward. But here we are. Face side. But on next card, Three of Cups. This card is about celebration, indulgence. You see a shorty in the yellow, she's hiding the grapes behind her. I found that very funny that she's hiding the grapes. She's taking them, but she's hiding them. So she's overindulging. But they're partying. Three is a party, third party situation. Three people involved here, not just two. So there's outside influences as well. Triple goddess aspect, level to it, probably. But this is about good time. The thing is, this is about good times. It's about overindulgence, indulging itself. You feel me? Having fun. Party. Two of Cups. Connection. Unification. Partnership. Relationship. This isn't necessarily romantic or sexual. This is more, it could be straight on platonic, just an exchanging of cups. Coming together of two minds, two beings. That's what the Two of Cups is about. Not just about gender. Internally, it could be about gender, the masculine and feminine brain coming together with that caduceus, that alchemy. That's one level to it. If we were dealing with real world physical people, just two people coming together for a relationship. Not get caught up in the genders of these. Understand the Hermetic principles. Hermetic law is essential. Law of gender. That's just one of them. Universal principles. So then we have the Ace of Cups. A new cup. A new fulfillment. Because see, your cup, you must fill your cup first. That's the thing. You must fulfill yourself first. That's the thing. So before you can even get to the connection, you must fill your own cup. You must satisfy yourself. You must care for yourself. You must connect with yourself. My interpretation of the Ace of Cups. Alright, then we have the Earth suit. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is a master of the earthly plane, the material, real abundant, real rich. You see how he's looking at that pentacle. He real like, yeah. Empire real on top of his shit, real abundant, represented by all the floral, the fertility, abundance, the fruits of his labor. Got the castle, the empire. He's the king. Then you have the Queen of Pentacles. She's nurturing her pentacle. Now your pentacle could be like your job, your career, your a talent, skill. What is giving you monetary gain, monetary value, or material value. This is dealing with the material realm. So that's why I say your work, your career, your job, the new path. I also corresponding with your experience, your human experience, because that pentacle represents the 5 senses as well, and those 5 senses make up your reality. So with this Queen of Cups, she's sitting here on her throne. She got the land around her. It's pretty fertile land, abundant land, and she is caring for her pentacle. She is cultivating it, nurturing it, caring for it, obsessing it, one could say. Yeah, the way she's looking at it, yeah, she's a little obsessed with it a little bit, just a little. Now, like I said, the earth signs, even in astrology they'll say the earth signs are the slowest earth signs are the slowest they'll move. Yeah, they'll say in astrology the earth signs move the slowest, fire signs move the fastest, air signs talk the most, they communicate the most, and then water signs are the most emotional. Fire signs act the most, their leadership, they're very spark, they're very sexual, they're very passionate. So astrology would be your basis. Before you start tarot, learn astrology, because a lot of that base information to interpret astrology is in the tarot. But like I was saying, the earth is the slowest, right? So this Knight of Pentacles, bro, is coming forth with a new venture, new business, an offer, but he's taking his time. He's working on it though. He's coming forth, but he's coming up real slow. Like, this nigga's actually still. This horse is actually still. That's the wild part. My man's on the black horse like Orbis. Shout out my man's Orbis. I'm gonna ask Orbis about this card. When I get off here, I'm gonna ask Orbis about that card, cause I think yeah, we're gonna tap in. Shout out the goat. Man, all them niggas goats, greatest of all time. They're all legends. But my man he's came up to me as a black horse. He's shown up to me as well. But the infernals, demons, they be shape shifting. So they'll change up their form on you. They'll show up you 5 different forms. But you'll know through your psychic training and your clairvoyance, your intuition, that it's them. Certain symbols, certain things will say you'll know. And you went through your connection with them, getting closer with them. This goes for any spirit, really. That's how it goes. A DD may show up to you not looking like what their iconography maybe, but their symbolism will be there. That's why we do the deity study, so we can see these spirits and deities as we interact with them day to day. Because you interact with all these spirits every day. All these archetypes you interact with every day. Understand that. Whether within yourself or external. But throughout your life you will experience them. After Knight of Pentacles, we got the Page of Pentacles. So bro is looking at this new venture. He's exploring it. He's finding it out. He's taking a look. He's liking what he's seeing though, but he's really inspecting it. He's really taking a look at it. He's really caring for it as well, the way he's holding it. Like it's precious. He finds it very precious. But he's brand new to it though, so he might be a little naive. Or, if not naive, open-minded. And he's open to learning. He's open to the experience. This Page of Pentacles. Or they. Alright, then we have 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. The fruits of your labor have been harvested, and they have produced abundance, and your family as well. You are seeing the fruits of your labor. Your family is living off the fruits. They're doing it. They're keeping the business going. Everything's fertile. Everything's abundant. Wealth. Old wealth. You see, these are old men in a chair represented, so it's old money. And these is his relatives, like sons. So he's watching his sons and them live off the fruits of his labor, and he's happy that they're able to do so. And he got the dogs, 2 of them. Can afford 2 dogs. Can take care of 2 dogs. Everybody eats. This is the everybody eats card. That's the best way I like to explain it. This is the card of everybody eats, because my name Ace Maceo. One interpretation of the name Ace for me was they're from pay to full ace. Everybody eats. So everybody getting money. And that's I live by that. Everybody eats, man. Everybody got to get service. Everybody got to get work. Everybody got something to provide. Everybody can't be provided. Everybody can't eat. Simple work. So we have the 9 of Pentacles. Bro's in his garden. He's about to harvest, but he's self-sufficient, self-reliant. He's ready for harvest, but the crops have grown. He's really already there. It's just, what does he do with it now at this point? He's self-sufficient. It's just, what does he do now? Financially free. Abundance. His crops have grown. His garden is looking nice. This is about to be nigga soon. This 10 of Cups about to be nigga soon too. If I was doing magic, what I would do is path work. This 10 of Cups and this 9 of Pentacles. Path work both of those cards. I did it with the 9 of Pentacles profile. I haven't did it with the 10 of Pentacles yet. Need to. But I feel like what would happen would be a level of going into the future with that path working, which would be pretty profound. But this 9 of Pentacles, I've path worked this one. That was profound as well. That's how I know it's coming. It's not even just coming. It's happened. It's happened. Especially when we get into the levels of What does it take for wealth? Like real quick. One thing a spirit has been putting me on when it comes into level money magic, they have been telling me and showing me about how releasing these money blockages, or what it takes for true wealth. Like how I told you with the heart chakra earlier in money magic, if you do what you love, literally, if you find what you love and you do your passion, it will serve you as you serve it, because it is your passion. You will do it literally just because you like doing it. You love doing it. Like tarot, I could literally do this all day. I could read and decode books, movies, music, lyrics, art all day. I love this shit. So that is the path I choose to go with it. And in turn, the world has shown me as early on as I am right now that this is the path. This is the way. This is how I can help people. This is a ability, something that I have cultivated, something I have worked on, because remember I said these are also talents and skills as well. Because that's another key thing with money magic, that you need to have a skill, an ability. So that is another thing that the one is cultivating. So that's why I say, when you path work the card, what's going to happen is you will find what is your ability. What is it that you resonate with? For me, it's tarot, spirituality, the occult, spiritual guidance. In that sense, for you, it may be music, it may be art, it may be business, it may be stocks, it may be forex. I don't know. You got to do the path working. I'm giving you the path working. So now it's just on you to go do the work. Okay. Next card, 8 of Pentacles. My man just sitting here. He's working. He's working on his craft. He's working on his skills. He's working on his talent. He's honing his ability. He's building his business. He's hard at work. He's clocking in on time. It applies to mundane or some self. You're running your own business. It applies in both worlds. It's energies, flexible. Through this work of this 8 of Pentacles, he got to this hard work of the 8 of Pentacles. He got to this state of this abundant garden with the 9 of Pentacles. And when this 9 of Pentacles harvested and kept on going, got the 10 of Pentacles. Now the 8 of Pentacles, before he wasn't working, he was just looking at these crops. He wasn't even harvesting. He harvested one, but he was just looking. He didn't like what he seen. Like, he wasn't satisfied. But to see how he's not working, he just looking. He needs to dive in. He needs to do the work. That's what this 7 of Pentacles is about. It's about niggas just sitting there, just observing. Now, being real with myself, as you can see, I got a little dent in this card. If you look on the video, it's a little dent on here, a little on the back end. Spirit ass was trying to talk to me, because that's what my ass was doing. Now the 6 of Pentacles. This is about balance in the monetary form, material form, being given by a figure. This is a card that could be of like a loan or giving to the homeless, but balance being restored, some balance taking place. this authority figure is handing out money to these poorer figures. I don't know if he's giving out to both of them, but he is giving out to one. The colors may hint to why. I don't know the symbology behind the colors yet. Like I said, I might do this again in a year, and this may go even deeper. But this is like, it could be a loan or a gift, a grant, but it's like gifted money as well, this one. But money that could be owed, because it's balance. Trying to balance the scales. So now the Five of Pentacles, this is the card of hard times. A man's out here, he got a broken leg, he's going through it. They out here in the winter, in the cold. They down bad in this one. It's the conflict, it's hard times. It's a cold winter, Joe Biden edition. A dark winter, Joe Biden edition. But yeah, this is the card of hard times. Things been going through it. Then we have the Four of Pentacles. Bro's clutching that pentacle. He's on his shit though. This is a man that is on his shit. They're about their business, but they assess. They got the money on their mind, money on his heart, money at his feet. That's his whole world. His work. He's obsessed with it. And when that happens, maybe one can crash out. How that can lead to the Five of Pentacles. Just reading these cards, just looking at this story. Okay, now I have another interpretation for these Pentacle cards. So the Four of Pentacles, he's clutching these coins, right? These pentacles. He's not giving them up. That's the thing. He's saving them. He's giving them up. He's not giving them up. So with him not giving them up, what that could lead to is, if you're not exchanging the energy, if you're just hoarding it all, what will happen is Five of Pentacles. Universe will turn the tides on your ass. So what I'm seeing though is that he realized this and he came to a sense of balance. Cause you see how he got on red and the other guy got on red. I'm gonna interpret them as being the same person. So instead of just clutching all his money, he began to exchange, to give to the ones that's struggling, to the homeless, you could say. I don't like to say homeless because they ain't necessarily homeless, but niggas out there on the street begging. That's poor. What's the next card? Oh, next card, Three of Pentacles. So Three of Pentacles is about getting recognized at work, recognition for your work. You see how bro's up on a little pedestal. So people at work, they seeing him, they admiring him for his work. He's getting respected for his work. He's getting recognized for it. So it's like being seen. If niggas was doing a fame ritual, this plus the Sun card. That plus the Sun card for my artist. A little gem for y'all. Ace. Oh, Two of Pentacles. Now this Two of Pentacles, I got profound stories with this. It's just I'm tired right now. I'm a little tired. We've been there for 3 hours. It's the third live today, third podcast. But this Two of Pentacles is about juggling. It's about juggling maybe 2 jobs, options, 2 realities, 2 experiences. And they're not balanced. That's the thing, it's not balanced. One is niggas seeing only one side over the other. That's the problem. Cause see how he's only looking at one and he's weighed down by it. That heart being too heavy. The key here is balance. Even bro standing, he's trying to stand, but he's off balance. The water in the back, the tides, they're not even balanced. So the key here would be to calm the emotions, calm the waters, calm the chaos, find the clarity, thus the balance. Two of Pentacles is a card of alchemy. Had a man's Bilal, shout out Bilal. He gave me some profound gnosis with this card, but it wasn't necessarily with the card, it was more so pertaining to myself. But it was something that I noticed because he had me looking subconsciously, but I found out later that it was him through just the sync through the conversation that was going on, what we were dealing with at the time. The Two of Pentacles. When I looked at this card, I looked at it and I was like, look how he's looking down and then looking up, right? Something told me, and this was him, look at the astrology like this. Look at your astrology chart, but with this perspective. So when you look at the astrology chart with this perspective, what you'll see is the 11th house and the 5th house. This would be the 11th house. The one up would be the 11th house, and this one would be the 5th house. The one that this man on this card is looking at, he's looking down. He's looking down into the right. So on the right side of the natal chart down, it'd be the 5th house. But he's not looking at his 11th house. Now the 5th house is the house of the inner child. Okay? The 5th house is the house of the inner child. The 11th house is more so about what you're to become, your relationship with the world. Okay? How the world will see you and project your relationship with the world, so to say. How you'll be seen there. And what we were dealing with at the time was, what do I need to focus on? What direction do I need to go in? You feel me? And what I found was my problem was that he said, I'm looking too much. He said, I need to look at the 5th house. That was the first part. And then when I looked at it, I realized, okay, my approach to everything has been, up to that point, has been a little unbalanced. My problem was I was trying to choose one thing over the other. These two worlds, what they are music and writing. The balance between music and writing are these videos here, these podcasts here. That's my alchemy in it. That's how I've been able to find balance in it, because I can talk about my songs, my beats, the magic behind them, what I'm doing with them, and the art behind them, what they mean. Then I can also talk about the spiritual aspect, the occult aspect, the esoteric, the inner work, the magical, philosophical, psychological, metaphysical aspects of it as well. So that is the balance that I have found through this card, and through Bilal. Shout out Bilal. Real fucking legend, man. Real fucking legend. As well, with them emotions, tapping into those emotions, that subconscious, going into the waters. That's another key aspect to it as well. But Two of Cups, man. Look at your 11th house and 5th house. Your 5th house is your inner child. Talks about your programming more so. That would be your programming, how you grew up. All right. So it's gonna tell you how you interpret, how your inner child interpret things. 11th house, more so where you, the direction you need to push in, where you need to go, where you need to look and get some answers to balance. It's literally the card. This shit is so damn profound, man. Like, that's why I love this shit. The next card, Ace of Pentacles. Spirit's handing you a new option, a new way, a new experience, a new life. So that's what this pentacle is. It is life. The 5 senses make up reality, your perception, how you see things, what you do, your career, your monetary, your wealth. How you make sense is how you make sense. I want y'all to understand this and listen to me. How you make sense makes sense. That is my interpretation of the Ace of Pentacles. But if it comes out in a reading, just know you might be getting a new job. Money might be coming your way. Use it in a ritual. New job might be coming. But man, tarot is very powerful, man. I love this. I love this, man. I love this shit. But man, thank y'all for listening. Just thinking through this full 3 hours. It might be a little shorter after I edit it. But thanks for listening, man. Book a reading, tarot reading, or a deity reading, consultation. Subscribe to my Patreon. Exclusive sauce. Download my music as well on there. As well as you can check me out on all platforms as well. Ace Maceo for the healing beats, the sound healing. Make sure y'all leave a 5 stars, a like, share with a friend, leave a comment, a review. Let me know what y'all seen in the meditations, man. And I'm gonna tap in with y'all, man. Ace out. See.